Welcome back, everyone. Here we are, Marquis. I mean, if you were Galaxy Racer, it's like you're. It's been a long day, but they finally made it. And then you look around and you just see the previous fallen teams, Kid My Orc, Oasis Gaming, and you look ahead and you step through the fog of war, you push past this heavy door, and you see this big boss monster ahead of you, and they lift up their faces, and it's Alter Ego Celeste. Now, this is the challenge that lies ahead of them. A best of three grand finals, the one to decide who wins FSL Valorant Open 3. And Galaxy Racer, they stand a pretty good chance, right? They just beat both two crazy teams, Kid My Orc and Oasis Gaming, on Bind. Will they continue with this momentum to go forth and take a map off Alter Ego Celeste? What do you think?
I am not sure because actually this is going to be a rematch. In Group A, they actually faced each other, and Galaxy Racer got demolished 5-13 against Alter Ego Celeste. Although let me just check the map on that. That was a best of one though. That was on Ascent. So Alter Ego Celeste. We watched it on Ascent, by the way. That is scary. And Galaxy Racer did pick the first map. So Galaxy Racer picked Bind as the first map.
Of course.
Alter Ego Celeste, funnily enough, picked Split for map number 2. And the final map will be Ascent. Now, this is interesting because Galaxy Racer, we've seen their bans. They like banning Ascent and Icebox. And they did ban Icebox this time around, and Celeste are leaving Ascent for the last map. So, I mean, there's different philosophies here. Sometimes some teams would like the deciding map to be, their comfort pick, maybe. Most teams will like their comfort maps first, though. So we'll have to see how this pans out. Alter Ego Celeste have chosen to defend on Bind, though. So this is going to be the true test. Let's see if Galaxy Racer can get game number 1 on their map, on their terms, because this is going to be map 1. This is the draft, and we are going to see the standard for GXR. No changes here, no surprises on Alter Ego. I saw a Yoru. I think it hovered there.
Don't get me excited now.
They hovered it, and then they changed out to Omen. So we'll have to see Margot, if she's actually going to play that, or if Tarathiel, typically a duelist here, I think she played Reyna for when we actually watched her, is actually going to play the Sage here.
This is the exact same mirror composition.
It's the exact same players as well. Tarathiel is the Reyna. Aya also plays the Reyna on the other maps. Inari plays the Jet, and Baby Aluka also plays the Jet sometimes. This
is going to be one heck of a game, dude. Exact same mirror composition. Will they pull off the same strats? Alter Ego Celeste, they have been waiting for a new challenger to show up, to step up to the plate ever since, I guess, Mad Army kind of disbanded. But now, exact same mirror composition. Who knows? Alter Ego Celeste could have been watching the stream to study what exactly GXR, or how exactly GXR plays on this map specifically. So I honestly, I'm shaking, dude.
Is it a coffee? Did you take
I did chug a whole cup of coffee, but no, I mean, it really is. Both teams right now, GXR, they have done quite a bit of work making their way into the third FSL Valorant Open, but on the map Bind, this is like you said, their comfort pick. This is the one that they need to win. So important that GXR picks up this map, because if they don't and they move into the next one, which is Split, there's a reason why we haven't seen GXR and Split, at least not that often anyway, and I don't think it looks too good. So at least GXR starting on attack right now, something that we've seen for the past 2 games already. Baby Aluka going for hookah control, and the rest of the team going towards long. The wall goes
a cheeky headshot attempt there, and she just shot through the smoke, seeing if she could get a lucky headshot there. Unfortunately for her, she doesn't hit the Neri.
A lot of information, though. I mean, Alter Ego Celeste, they know that GXR are making a key hit. The rotates should be coming forth very soon, but Iceberg is still so deadly. Hookah has been lost. So if you're a GXR, every single one up towards B long. They know where you are. You need to win these duels. If not, you just don't have the room to maneuver. They're going to rotate all the way over onto the A site now. Alter Ego Celeste, whether or not they get a read on this, that's not the biggest issue because we still have one player, and I believe that's Margot, up on the A site.
Gonna be Margot with a Ghost. Ghost on
30
Omen.
seconds left.
Might be really deadly if they're not ready for this.
I think they are, but you know who's ready? It's Margot. It's Alter Ego Celeste. They're streaming onto the site now, and Margot has yet to make a move. She goes in for a bit of a peek, gets one headshot, makes it a trade. 1v2 now. And Ivory, information and position given away, immediately uses the paranoia to kind of get out of it, but does not win the duel against Ayumi. And with a headshot, Alter Ego Celeste take the first round. I think we can, even though this is the first round, it's quite clear that Alter Ego Celeste knows that hookah control is something that they can play around. If Baby Olga tries to push into it, they are going to contest that, which just makes it a little bit more difficult for Galaxy Racer. They love to push in towards hookah.
I see the Sheriffs again for Galaxy Racer, so that's gonna be interesting. Sheriff plus
I
light
see
armor,
a Bucky.
Is it? Oh, it is a Bucky for a Yumi.
Oh my god.
Let's not forget that Boom was one of the ones that really popularized Bucky. So it's a very
An Indonesian thing?
Yeah, I
Oh
would
my
say so.
god. Especially in hookah, this is great. Aluka walks into this, one click with the Bucky. I don't see her coming out of that fight alive.
It's gonna be
she's
one click versus
inching
another.
forward. Oh! That's one. She saw Yaya. The teleport comes forward. Yaya is squeaking in her boots right now. That's dead. Now we're into a 5v3. The Sheriffs are not doing enough. Look at the positioning from Alter Ego.
Oh, really just great positioning there. They're not getting the headshots, but they're getting kills left and right here. Great use of the utility there to flush the Sova out. And they bring it down to a 2v2.
Hey, but there's a wall. One that they didn't quite expect. And guess what? Aneri's right behind you both. Oh, trigger discipline. She
right
lets them
there.
slip the net. They have no idea that she's behind them.
One enemy remaining.
Spike dropped. And that's
player
Ivory.
Spike
Immediately
down A.
decapitated by Aneri with the Spectre. Just incredibly smart positioning from this girl.
That was really smart by Neri. She knows there's two. She heard both footsteps, so she didn't need to shoot the first one down. She even had her knife out all the way moving forward. Ivory was really sharp with the Sheriff there, but Neri, with just great timing and positioning there, stops the push. That wall as well, by the way. The wall that stopped them from the Bats push really just
Because
sealed
they
the
had
deal
no
for
choice
Neri.
but to go for the short. It's just brilliant. I mean, there are so many moving parts, but the thing that impresses me most is even the choice that Aneri made to push in towards market. You would not expect her to be there if you were in GXR shoes. So now, bonus round, GXR desperately needs this because if they lose it, I don't like where this is heading.
Yeah, and Neri has a Bucky as well, by the way. So that's gonna be two Buckies here.
A little bit of a trade of dark covers. One of the Buckies, they certainly are quite disgusting, but I mean, GXR has pretty much relinquished control over hookah. They're not contesting it anymore, and they want to make this A hit work. Are the Buckies on this side, though? Probably not. It's just the Spectres, but still deadly. Margot makes her way out of the paint shells. What Baby Olga has been known to do is not working out anymore. And Tarathiel, double headshot with the Sheriff, goes for the third. Oh my god. GXR are falling apart.
Left to right.
Oh!
Yeah.
Player standing.
Unfortunately
Spike
for
down
her,
A.
and Neri is there to make the trade, and Trix, it's a 1v3 and it's Trix, but Alter Ego Celeste are really strong, so
30
I'm not sure if
seconds left.
Trix can actually make something out of this.
Yes, she can. Finds one headshot, has the recon, needs to pick up the spike, and that's what she's going for. 20 seconds left, so she can't quite rotate, or if she does, she has to make it super quick. It's going to be Iceberg the first to meet her on the site itself, but she's playing this
seconds
smart.
left.
She's playing it stealthily, creeps up, knows that she has to stick the plant, and there we go. Free kill for Iceberg. It crashes into her, and 3-0 will be the start. They pick up the bonus round and the weapon upgrades too. It's just not looking good for GXR.
Yeah, they're gonna have to go for sheriffs again. They're gonna have to pull something off. They're gonna have to channel their full-on phase here.
Oh,
See if the
no.
sheriffs actually work. I mean, we've seen it happen before, but against a team like Alter Ego Celeste, we're starting to see the difference in skill level again. Like Alter Ego Celeste are just really on a different plane.
The question is why though? I mean, they have such a perfect read. Hookah is something that GXR, that was like page 1 of their playbook. When they are playing on attack, Baby Oluka always heads towards that one area. This time she doesn't do that anymore. They're trying to switch things around, and plan B, which was to kind of go with the full-on A split, didn't quite work out either. And now, I don't know what their remaining options are. They have to somehow, one way or another, I mean, with this current composition, clearing out Hookah is not, I guess, the easiest thing. Maybe if you go with an Omen Paranoia in to clear it, but at the very least, you're just pushing someone off that one area, and at the end of the day, you still need to take the duels and win against Alter Ego Celeste. And here's the thing. They're similar. And AE Celeste, every single one of them can frag so incredibly well.
Yeah, and looking at both teams, the execution from GXR, it's not that it's not working. It's just that Alter Ego Celeste are apparently, at least for these first 3 rounds, sharper. And they're just hitting those shots in the area with the timing. They're just moving a lot faster than GXR. I mean, we've seen GXR. They're a very fluid team. They really move around a lot. But Alter Ego Celeste feel even more fluid because every single player is very confident in pushing up.
Exactly. They push up. They get the information. Here it is, a little bit of a trade. So this just tells them, okay, there are players pushing up on B long, and Iceberg is ready for this. Confirms it, and she's not even exposed, firing those shock darts. So they know this was going to be a B hit. Hookah is not contested, and Neri's still safe in that one spot. They push in. They have to worry about Neri in Hookah, and that's difficult. Maybe even in towards elbow? Okay, that might be better. But Iceberg plus a Yumi, the Vandals are still that deadly. Have yet to drop a single member. Now Baby Oluka finds one though. But they know the spike is in towards Aqua. And just spraying through the smokes, the stray bullets find the center mass of the Galaxy Racer players. It's 4-0. I mean, okay, you said it's not that the executes weren't quite happening, but it's just not looking good. They keep trying these different pushes, different takes. They're not winning the duels. They try to go for little bits of map control. AE Celeste, they get a lot of information and they know how to work with it. And going in, we don't see GXR getting the spike planted, at least not for the past 3 rounds.
Yeah, it feels like they're running out of options though, because they don't have the flashes like a Sky or maybe a Breach. And look at Tarathiel just pushing up. Like this is Aya's spot, but she's more aggressive. She doesn't need
no wall.
She farms players.
Dude,
or
not orbs? That's incredible.
And look, Margot and Tarathiel already has someone assisting. It's gonna be a kill for Yeya, but AE just extremely aggressive here. They know they had spike control. They immediately sent someone extra there. It's already a 5-0 by Alter Ego Celeste. They're ready. They're ready for this map.
Every single thing. I mean, it's kind of the perfect counters. I mean, they already foiled GXR's, page 1 of their playbook, the Hookah play. Now even with Showers, which is Aya and Ivory's spot, what other option do you have?
Placing sentry.
Cover going
It
out.
looks very difficult. I'm not sure what other options they have right now. They just really have to land those shots, but what they could get away with against the other teams, they just can't get away with against AE Celeste.
Back in towards the Sheriffs. And of course, Tarathiel has the confirmation that there are at least 1 or 2 players outside of Baths. Galaxy Racer trying to make a play happen on towards the A site, but unable to find a single pick. Because you can spend an entire round just taking a look at the mini-map, how A Celeste positions themselves, but this could be the thing to open things up. It's high noon.
The wall broke.
Exactly.
I only heard one shot, by the way, because they happened at the same time.
Simultaneous execution, dude. And this opens up the side, but Aneri comes in with a showstopper, denies the plant. 3v2 now. This is not impossible. GXR still stand a chance at winning this round. I think they hear Margot jumping in and out of lamps, so Ivory's pretty much very cautious of this, at the very least.
They have the res as well, so they could use that to their advantage.
Question is, for GXR, where is Iceberg? Oh, Aya goes in, gets a drop on Margot. Res comes up, 1v4. Can Iceberg do it?
There they are.
Difficult for her.
Ooh.
Aya. 4K.
Thrifty win.
That's a thrifty win. The Sheriff execution on both sides of that corridor. Once the ice broke, both teams were waiting for the ice to break to see who's on the other side. And GXR had the faster trigger pull there. Like 2 headshots happening simultaneously, executing both defenders on Baths. And they finally get a round on the board, and for Galaxy Racer, that feels good. That was a thrifty round. Wasn't expected for them to win that, but they're finally getting something on the board. But Alter Ego Celeste winning 5 rounds in a row means they build up a gigantic economy.
So, nice little bit of economy. Well, Alter Ego Celeste, at least, I mean, they got a big bank right now. But for Galaxy Racer, a little bit of a confidence boost. They feel a bit more comfortable heading in. They still need to be cautious, but it's quite clear that as long as they are able to find a couple of opening picks, it really softens up the site, and AE Celeste have a tough time adapting to it. Here we go. It's going to be the Nano Swarms, but wow, Iceberg just evading the oncoming onslaught of grenades.
Really good positioning for her, but Ivory takes a kill off of Margot. Yeah, the rest though, so they can't just leave this Omen like unchecked. Like they're gonna have to guard this body so that they don't get a rest.
They try to go for it. Tarathiel is all the way on the other side, and that's near showers. The slow comes forward, but they still push forward. Push past it anyway. It didn't quite hit the spot that they wanted it to. So wall comes up. This is pretty standard. The spike should get planted fairly soon. Oh, but Yea's feeling a little bit antsy. And one panel being removed puts a lot of question marks in her head. She repositions herself, finds one headshot, anticipates more. There's 15 seconds left. She needs to make a move really, really soon. Where's her team?
Last player standing. Spike down A. One enemy remaining.
Oh.
Oh, Aya!
Aya!
Okay, that's a heads-up play. Like, she could have planted a spike there. She might have died if she fully committed that. But 2 seconds left. There was enough time for her to get that spike down, but she instead peeks and gets that headshot. And this is the confidence play that you need, because this is their round. They finally bring Alter Ego Celeste to a round where they can break the economy. Like, looking at it right now, if Ineri buys this op, Ayumi is going to be left with not a full rifle, but something else, right? So GXR are finally getting rounds in the board, and this is exactly what they need. This is from GXR playbook. I've seen
Well, almost spots the head of Tarathiel, though. In fact, Tarathiel pushes up into the smoke. Oh no! GXR, that cannot feel good.
She finds a head instead, and Ayumi with the half buy, but I mean, not half buy, but with the Guardian instead gets a headshot. Tarathiel gets a headshot of her own, but Trix is gonna wreak havoc in Baths. Going to take down 2. It's down to 2v3 though. It's still going to be very difficult for Galaxy Racer to get anything off this.
Okay, but if we take a look at the minimap, if they take Ineri or the Killjoy down, and they get the beat on the A site, that would be what they need. And all of a sudden the round is a lot more doable. But Ayumi in this off angle, without any flashes, this is very difficult to clear. You got about 40 seconds left, and Trix is approaching this very carefully. Spots the nano swarms. Ooh, there we go! Gets the headshot onto a
30 seconds
Yumi,
left.
but Neri answers back just as fast, playing off of her teammate's contact. 1v2 now. 20 seconds left. Yaya has her lockdown, but not quite the manpower to defend it. Goes in for the plant. Time is
Spike
running out,
planted.
so we reset the clock to about 40 seconds. And of course, Iceberg is coming in from spawn as well. I'm pretty sure Yaya can hear this.
That was a nice
drone.
fake from the satchel. Kind of
enemy
but yeah, gets the headshot. Hunter's Fury is up though. You don't want to commit that in a 1v1.
Yeah. You're gonna be stuck in one single position. Iceberg knows where Yaya is though. It's just a matter of playing in towards the ingress and egress of Lamp. She's going in and out of it. Iceberg goes in for the stick. Gets off at the right time. Ooh, and repositions. She sidesteps and then sprays into Yaya. And picks up the 6th win for Alter Ego Celeste.
That was really close. I think Yaya had a really good chance there. And there you're getting executed in the exact same spot where she died in the previous win from Galaxy Racer. But, you know, like Iceberg with the timing there. I mean, that was a 50-50. Like, if Iceberg stuck that, she'd be dead. If, I think if Yaya just went out a little bit later, I think she would have had a better position to get that kill. I mean, she was still moving when she saw Icebergs. I think she didn't have the time to readjust her crosshair there.
Yeah, fairly true.
Scanning ahead.
I mean, it's kind of like what you said earlier on in the previous game. In that situation, maybe a bit of a jiggle peek would have done the trick, but sometimes you just get nervous. So into the round we go, and this time it's a Yumi with a judge on Hookah. She goes in for the swing, picks up one. Yaya immediately trades. And still, take a little bit of a pause. Don't want to commit into it. There could be another shotgun in
Placing
there.
swarm grenade.
Spends a nano swarm to clear it out. See, this is a little bit tough because, at least for GXR, they don't quite have the number
I have
of...
the spike.
When we were pushing into any area, with this specific team composition, the only sort of flash that you have is the paranoia. Other than that, you're going to have to use paint shells or nano swarms to clear corners out, and it makes entering a little bit more difficult, but they go in anyway. A Neri operator has been made known, and they go in to peek it. They managed to take down the lockdown, but an area is still there, and yeah, is very much so aware of this. This is so scary. Rez comes up for Margot as well. Paranoia should have connected all three of them. Neri drops. And all that's left is about elbow and spawn. They don't quite know that Aya's on the other side of the wall though. Double headshot, let's go! 1v2 for Iceberg.
That pre-fire is gonna cost her this round though. They know where she's gonna come from. They're just positioned to take her out here. Secure the round for them.
Okay.
No hope for a clutch here, and Galaxy Racer get round number 3. So it's starting to look more competitive.
A little bit. You can see that there's quite a bit of fight left in GXR. I believe they will do a lot better on defense, but let's just take a look. Replay. I love what Aya did with the Sage Wall. I mean, it's one of those plays that... This is why the Sage Wall is such a strong piece of utility. You can create corners for yourself, places that your opponents won't really expect, and especially in a retake scenario, when the defenders have to push in, it just makes it that much more difficult. The timer is ticking, your nerves are going all over the place. You push in and you just don't remember to check that one corner.
Yeah, it's a new corner that she made, and like sometimes you just look at it, you can't even tell if there's a corner made by that wall, so you're not sure. And you don't want to spend too much time trying to hard clear that because it's difficult. It's like a triangular shaped hard clear. You're gonna have to go all the way like in front of her to actually clear that.
So this time, GXR, firepower. We could see a 6-4 in the works. But with the wall up, Tarathiel, this is the slight difference. GXR tends to just go for the hard, full-on showers control, wall outside instead. But Alter Ego Celeste, they're playing a little bit more defensively. And it's lovely bit of respect. But baby Aluka, she's doing her thing with the showstopper. Connects it blind and does not get the shot. Goes for the 180 though and finds Iceberg. But here we go, Tarathiel. Tarathiel and Margot in from lamps. That is such a crucial position. Yaya is the only one who can contest this now. She goes in for the peek. Sprays Tarathiel down. 1v3. They know where she is. Are they sticking it? Oh, they got it halfway. Here's the footsteps. Finds one headshot. Needs to take down even more though. And Neri with the Bucky. Oh. That was a thrifty win, kind of.
Yeah, it was sort of like a half five. On the side of Alter Ego Celestè had a Vandal on, I believe it was Iceberg, and Neri just with the Bucky. That's gotta feel good. Like that's
for her.
Not for GXR for sure. So Ayumi also can't buy a rifle this time around, but that kind of resets everything. Look, the round went from GXR to Alter Ego to GXR to Alter Ego. Both teams are gonna have trouble with their economy because of this round switch. 1-1-1-1 will always be a bad economy for both sides.
But I'd argue it actually looks better for Alter Ego right now.
I agree.
Judge, Vandals, meanwhile GXR a lot more sheriffs. Very difficult. And look at the way that Aneri's playing this as well. Pre-aimed peeks, a little bit of strafe shooting, and then going in for the crouch spray. She picks up one. And now they peek this. Yeah, it's just a bait and switch setup. They peek in, Ayumi goes ham. It's all up to Yaya now, and she can't even do much. Aya, last one alive, unable to connect a single shot. It's a flawless victory for Alter Ego Celestè.
Last round before the switch.
I mean, this is GXR's map, but they're showing that, you know, like this might be your map, but we're just better right now. Like, I really want to see how, you know, the other teams played against Alter Ego Celestè, like, which I think Oasis was the one that really gave them run for their money. They went to overtime, 15-13. I want to see how they matched up against AE because, like, Oasis lost to Galaxy Racer. But Galaxy Racer can't even hold a candle to Alter Ego Celestè on their own map pick. So, it might just be a read because Alter Ego Celestè were ready for this. They just saw GXR play two maps in a row.
I think that's a very big factor. They definitely seem ready for it because they know how GXR wants to approach this on attack. That's why there's such a heavy emphasis on hookah control for Alter Ego. And now going into its showers again, it's this double setup, the Sage plus Omen. Something that GXR has been known to do, and they make changes to this, in fact. So losing one player now, this is the last round of the first half.
Your duty is not
Spend the res. But they can go in for the peek. Is it a debate? Oh. Okay, well, at the very least, they confirm that Margot is in showers. Still, how do they clear the sites? How do they clear angles? Iceberg is up on an operator. You have lamps, which is something that hasn't been successful so far. I mean,
30 seconds left.
Whether it's close range weapons or even just rifles, pushing into that one spot is difficult, but Iceberg whiffing the shot could be the thing that they need. Oh, they go in anyway, and Margot finds the sprays. It's 2 kills now, and it's falling apart all on A's short. Margot's going in, the showstopper connects as well. Well, it doesn't find anyone, but every single bit of utility just to buy time. Now they're just going hunting. Yaya cannot connect a single shot still. And 9-3 is the score at the end of the first half.
They're a bit too good right now, and
My ult's not ready.
it just looks like Alter Ego Celestè are really playing on a different level here, or a different plane, like you were saying. They're very... It's controlled aggression. Like, they're aggressive, but they don't push. They're like... They kind of like have this timing where the defenders are still trying to figure out what they want to do, and then all of a sudden, Alter Ego just does the peek. They kind of pick it out. Look, they're all buying ghosts. On the side of GXR, it's the classic armor. It's difference in philosophies again, but of course, Alter Ego have been showing that they can back up their aim, which is why the ghost, if you're confident, the ghost is a much better gun.
They really can, but here we go. It's GXR playbook. Page 1, showers control. And they do it again. AE Celeste, though, look at how they're positioned. It's a little bit more of a default this time around coming from them. They know that showers is not something that they can really go for. So instead, they play it safe. They get the information. They bait GXR into peeking them. And it just becomes a full-on fight towards B long. Something that GXR loses to AE Celeste on, and that's not good. Oh,
That's another execution with those ghosts. Those headshots are lethal up close. I mean,
now
they do have armor, so they're not a one-hit kill. But when you're that close, you can easily land a second shot.
Winning this duel it gives AE Celeste so many options. The option to teleport, the option to just even push into B, and of course they baited a bit of a rotate out from GXR as well. Aya needs to land her shots, finds one but not the second, and here we go. Ivory tries to do what she can, but no choice but to back out. AE are just that good. All these ghost shots, maybe they're not headshots, but they still connect and it hurts them, it tags them. They're stunned. Aneri just cleans it up with the headshot. 10-3.
They're all playing really well. Look at the kill distribution on the side of Alter Ego Celeste. I want to point out that Baby Alka has also been stuff on the attack side. That is already a defending side for Galaxy Racer, so Baby Alka couldn't do much on the attacker side because of AE's defenses aim. I'm not sure exactly what is going on here, but AE just are clearly the stronger team in this map.
Let me ask you a question. How many times have we seen Baby Alka do her blast packs, flight stuff out of hookah? In this game? Zero. Exactly. She cannot do that because of AE Celeste's defense, and at least this time on GXR's defense, maybe they do a little bit better. They're able to find one trade, but of course, the site is already handed over onto Alter Ego. They get the spike down, plus the wall. I mean, the only place is elbow or hookah now, unless they break that wall open, and even then, it's information for AE. They have to be so careful about their approach, and Ayumi, perfect positioning. Oh my god, catches Ivory. All that's left is Baby Aluka, and unfortunately, she cannot find a single frag.
What I'm seeing from Alter Ego Celeste is just sheer confidence here. Like, they're defending the spike, but what happens after they get the first kill? They actually spread out away from the spike. The amount of control that they had, they had no chance. GXR had no chance of getting back into the side. There was no chance for the retake there because the flank was covered, in front was covered. They pushed out in front. They killed everyone, and it really just goes to show Alter Ego Celeste were ready for this.
Yeah, I mean, confidence. They know the plays. And look at how they approach the sides as well. I mean, this is a sudden change in pace, something that GXR might not be prepared for. That's why Trix is kind of stuck. And she goes through the teleporter. But at the very least, it's a full-on B rush from AE. The entire site has been relinquished, and they get it for free. All four players now, not with the best buys on GXR side, have no choice but to attempt a retake with, I guess, budget weapons.
I think GXR kind of had, at least Trix, it seemed like she had the expectation that Yaya was going to shoot the dart because she was the one peeking, right? Typically when you do it, a 2% setup, that's kind of like the way you want it to go, but AE are just demolishing Galaxy Racer right now, and this is... They're going to have to save here. I mean, either way, their buy is not going to be good, and it's going to be match point for Alter Ego Celeste right now. They're out for blood. They want to take the guns out of GXR's hands.
Well, in this situation, if you were GXR, I think your best bet is just go for exit frags. Let them push into you and see how many heads you can collect. But it looks like they're just playing extra safe, and Ayumi even taking Aya down. Oh no! Cleanup crew. 12-3. It's match point. GXR. The defense.
They can't even buy rifles here. Like, okay,
no.
like maybe I'd go for exit frags if I felt that I could kill them. But AE are just they're on a you can't.
You can't. Oh man. Okay.
Maybe you can now. Aya getting that first frag with a share. They don't recover the gun though.
They can't. It's too dangerous. And Ayumi even just tossing the gun away so that they cannot get it unless they push into market and take her down. Well, they managed to do that. Still, Tarathiel comes back in. And of course,
one kills to get the res.
Oh no!
She gets two. She has the res as well.
4v3, spike down.
Spike down A.
It's just going to be a full all-out brawl in towards market if GXR decides to make that play happen. But seems like, okay, Ivory off of the one kill just decides to slow things down. Let's keep AE guessing. If you play the objective, you can really just play the timeout, and maybe that's our best bet in this round.
Will she be ready for this close quarters? Iceberg is going to be ready for that. Margot gets taken on by Yaya though, so they are going to commit to the A side instead. Trix is here with a
One enemy remains.
Marshall though. Gets a kill onto Iceberg.
Winnable?
This is quite winnable, but at the same time, the Vandal is the superior gun here. So Trix has like handling advantage.
That's it.
10
That
seconds left.
was a dirty peek. Like Ayumi knew where to aim for. Trix didn't know where Ayumi was gonna come from, and then she just immediately.
That's one of those things, right? Like you're slightly tilted. You want to take them down, and now this just confirms. Yeah, it's over by showers. Oh no, not showers. Lamps. She peeks,
Win.
and immediately
Debrief.
Ayumi.
Anyone?
Dude, 13-3 on GXR's home map.
I mean, Alter Ego Celeste just want to get the show back on schedule, I guess. 13-3, just really dominant game from them. And
Oh no.
next map is going to be Alter Ego's pick, and I'm not sure how GXR are going to show up in that one.
It's okay. Yeah, well, we're gonna have to wait and see. But I mean, just to review what happened, I think GXR, we have seen how strong they can be. They are a team that, certainly they know what they're doing, especially on a map like this. But the slight difference is that AE are a little bit more flexible. You can just see how many different ways they can set up their defenses, how many different ways they push in towards sites. Meanwhile, GXR, they have this one set fixed agent composition that they know works on bind, so they keep doing it because it has worked really successfully before. So they keep trying it, but when you're up against a team like A Celeste, someone who has that many different strategies, right? Sometimes Tarathiel places her Sage Wall up by A short. Sometimes she goes over to Bats. Sometimes it's this incredibly strong hookah control that GXR doesn't know how to counter. And even on attack, AE, they have these different plays. Sometimes they go for the B long rush, led by Anari's judge plays. Sometimes it's an A split, and they are that good that with the micro decisions and micro plays, they are able to win the duel in showers. Showers, which is something that GXR pretty much very heavily banks on. They're just that flexible that it keeps GXR guessing, and it really seemed like GXR was not able to adapt. On attack, they lost way too many rounds, and they weren't able to clear out corners. They tried their best to use paint shells, nano swarms, but they didn't quite have utility like flashes to clear corners and maybe gain a little bit more control. They were relegated so much so to the back, and unless they spent some of that explosive utility, something that they really it's part of their core strategy, they just weren't able to push in. And yeah, it's also the duels, definitely, but it's very unfortunate.
I'd say that Alter Ego Celeste are just ever so slightly faster, if that makes sense. Like, it's just those you said micro decisions, like making those micro decisions fast, like it kind of cascades, right? Like the movement into the site, getting that first decisive kill and immediately moving into a site rather than waiting maybe 200 milliseconds before moving in. Those extra microseconds really make it very overwhelming to play against. And Galaxy Racer, they're just slightly slower than Alter Ego Celeste, and because Alter Ego Celeste keep getting the positions they want, they're getting the frags that they need left and right, and it just looks very dominant for the defending champions. And Galaxy Racer, we'll see if Split can offer them something. I mean, it's a defender side of the map. They chose the side. They're choosing defense, of course. So let's see if GXR can give Alter Ego Celeste a run for their money. But meanwhile, we're going to go for a short break before going to game number 2. I'd like to shout out our sponsors, Intel and Yahoo, for making this happen again. Being able to watch Alter Ego Celeste dominate for maybe a third open in a row, we'll have to see. But maybe it's Intel processors, maybe it's a Yahoo articles. Who knows? But we're going to go for a short break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes.
Welcome back, everyone. It's the FSL Valorant Open 3 Grand Finals, Alter Ego Celeste versus Galaxy Racer, map number 2, and it's going to be split. What are your thoughts on this, Key?
Well, you know the intro video shows Inaris 4K on the jet, and then it asks, "Are you ready? Is GXR ready for this?"
Oh
I'm
my
not
God.
sure. We're going quickly into the draft right now, and we are gonna see. Well, AE all highlighted Breach and now Sage. Are they gonna play Agent Roulette on this game number 2?
This is like pure team coordination here. Everyone picks the same.
Okay,
they're
so here's
having a bit of
what's-
fun, but
Oh yeah, they're highlighting
Select
from
your
down
agent.
to up the agent picks. Look, Iceberg is gonna be no, it's Marco now.
girls,
Okay, the
you
time
have
is running
5
out.
seconds.
But there's one thing different here, by the way. Trix is on a duelist now. She's on that Raze Baby Alka on the jet. So I think this is going to be really interesting. GXR, I think they want Trix to get the frags. And I feel like they think that they need the fragging power to really take Alter Ego Celeste down. They had trouble attacking on Bind, their map pick.
Yes.
Raze is a good agent on Split because of the close corners, Tricks on that Raze instead of Baby Alka. Baby Alka able to pick the jet instead. It could have been the other way around. I think it would have been fine either way. But I think Galaxy Racer are looking to pressure Alter Ego Celeste because you can't let them get away with everything. And that's what happened in Bind. Alter Ego Celeste got away with whatever they wanted, whenever they wanted. And on Split, they're going to start on defense. So Galaxy Racer, if they can hold this defense, then they're going to have a chance. If not, then Alter Ego Celeste are just going to run away with this game because if they can't defend against Alter Ego on Split, then Alter Ego are just going to run them over.
Oh man. Well, here it is, map number 2, and it is a best of 3. So you lose this and you're out. And I think you said it. The keyword is pressure. Galaxy Racer, if they can find a weakness from Alter Ego Celeste, press it where it hurts, and they can continue to go through with that pressure. They should be able to walk away with a win. 2 players off the roster now, and this is very, very good. Boombot in, but Tarathiel, the fadeaway headshot. They take a look at down, immediately wall up so that they can't get mid control anymore. That's not bad. Funnels them in towards the B side, but this is where I think, is it Tricks or is it? Yeah, they need to take this shot head on, but oh my god, Tarathiel.
She did take that shot head on.
I cursed
mean,
it, dude.
Yeah, I mean, take the shot head on. She took a shot to the head. And Tarathiel, extremely sharp with that Sage. We're not seeing her on the Reyna like we would see, but like on the Sage, she's just as potent. I mean, fragging power, all these lineups. Again, like I said, the best lineup that you can have is lining up the crosshair to your enemy's heads, and Tarathiel is just doing that. Iceberg does get trade on Aya, but Tarathiel already with a triple kill here, but Ivory actually brings it back down. It's gonna be a 1v1 Ivory though.
1v1, goes back in, gets off the spike, but 40 HP, and she doesn't quite find Iceberg's head.
You know, Iceberg kind of swayed there. Like, she was moving to the left and then immediately sidestepped to the right, the opposite direction. Like with a Ghost, you have a little bit of leeway when like shooting. Like, especially you're not going for the head. Ivory was already low, so they know that. She knew that she could have the movement advantage here, and the head doesn't fall. The headshot doesn't hit because Ivory was expecting Iceberg to go all the way, but instead, Iceberg canceled that movement to go all the other side, the opposite side. That's why we saw Ivory just shooting at the air.
That's right. It's one of those things where you need that star power in order to come in with the wins, and this is the full double judge play. A Yumi plus a Neri, the tag team combo. They're going full Smeeg. They're going in blast packs, dashes, everything that they've got, and they claim this B site as their own. This is, I would dare say that this is Alter Ego's home match split, if not Ascent, because they love to make these plays, and they've done it before in FSL Valorant Open 1, Open 2. That's what they're known for.
I mean, everyone's calling for the judges to be nerfed, and GX I would say they play really well in long-range engagements. That's why they're really good with the sheriffs. They're really good with rifles. They can even hit those headshots against operators. But in a map like Split,
That's right. Where everything's so close and tight.
Yeah, and okay, close and tight is okay if they're fighting like rifle against rifle, but with Alter Ego Celestè being so decisive, so aggressive with those judges, Ayumi plus Neri now, both of them.
Oh my god.
Can just dash in. And they've also, in fact, it is a mirror lineup here.
Oh no. Well, Ivory has to be prepared for this. She walks in, she's gonna get tagged down, and she's gone. Legs cut from underneath her. Aya wants to trade. Can she do it though? The jumping shot. It's going to be a flawless victory, and Alter Ego Celestè are doing this off the back of judges. Tricks though comes up huge with a double headshot kill, but it's not gonna be enough. 3-0, and Alter Ego Celestè get free weapon upgrades. This is not the start that GXR needed.
You know, every round is also so fast, and the reason why it's so fast is because the Alter Ego immediately get the plant right. I think only the round number 1 kind of like took a while. But Alter Ego Celestè are just rampaging right now. It's just really fast right now.
Yeah, full-on berserk rage mode. I mean, this is like, you know, you're playing Dark Souls, and maybe you take a couple of HP bars off the boss, and then they go into this new phase where they're like glowing red, and they just start swinging at you.
It's
right now,
rage. And look, they got 2 opening frags in pistol round, and Alter Ego Celestè still took it away from them.
Blocking sight.
Oh my god, they're still so aggressive. Creeping up in towards vents now, and Galaxy Racer, they are sticking to their game plan with the long-range duels. That's why we see the sheriffs. No shorties, no frenzies. And it's something that I think A Celestè has figured out, and they want to exploit this. They're going in, and they're looking for the head. Yaya does not connect. In fact, immediately, this teamwork. They clear out the angles, they make the A site their home now. Iceberg finds 2 more, and Eri finds the last. It's yet another flawless victory. This is not the first one. And Alter Ego does not show a single sign of slowing down.
That was just a bit too much. And Eri even used the blast pack, maybe some practice right there, just to make sure that her flights are on point. But I was gonna say that I actually didn't notice that Ayumi was on the jet. Because, like, when we were looking at Agent Select, they didn't really lock in right away. Well, it's the exact same agent picks for both teams. And it's just that Alter Ego Celestè play with such aggression and such confidence that it's just too overwhelming.
It really is, dude. Okay, we talked about Tarathiel earlier on, and the fact that she can still frag even as a Sage right now. Take a guess at what her rank is.
No, Radiant 300?
She's Radiant, well, 486, but it's in the top 500 range. She's on the top 500 APAC leaderboard, and she goes in, actually able to take Tricks down mid-flight.
They have the res still.
Oh my god, that's perfect. 5v4
well, that's the beauty
now.
about Battle Stage, right? You get kills, easy res. Oh no! Okay, she's a jet. Baby Alika's gonna get out there because of the dash, so Tailwind saves her life.
I'm wincing, dude. They're trying to go in, they're trying to take the duels, but Alter Ego Celestè are not letting up. I mean, look at that. Even just tapping to keep her trapped there. Alika wants to back off, maybe reposition, but they're hunting her down, and Neri.
Who smells blood?
They hear the footsteps. Uh-oh. Can the operator do it?
One enemy.
Oh! Double collateral! Okay, okay. She picks up a double. But, I mean, round still goes to AE. She holds on to the operator, which is a very hefty investment for the next round. Tarathiel is staying alive as well.
I mean, the double peek, you kind of don't want to be peeking at the same time. You kind of want to peek at the same time, but someone peeks wider.
Yeah.
And the timing, I mean, it doesn't always work because you're never in 100% sync. But there's a peek, and then they kind of like both stop at the same spot, and Baby Alucard gets the skewer there. But this is going to be an imbalanced buy for GXR. So the rest of them actually can't buy anything. And here's the chase down. I think Inari, she was thinking about going for that jump classic. And if she went for that jump classic, she might have gotten this. But look at this. That was a no-scope. I didn't realize it was a no-scope too. So,
Okay.
The thing with Alter Ego, it's so difficult to have replays because they just played too fast. And now they're rushing the operator. She can't do anything right now. Baby Alucard gets overwhelmed. And this is split. This is a defender-sided map, but it looks like the defense isn't working at all because Alter Ego are just too fast. GXR, yeah, with the Bucky here. Down to 60 health and gonna get taken down by Tarathiel. She's not scared of the Bucky.
She's not scared. But I sure am.
I'm
Dude.
scared right now, dude. They're going in a different site every single time, a different path every single time. Sometimes it's main, sometimes it's heaven, sometimes it's A heaven, or through ropes, everywhere. And
Can I get a
look,
thanks?
Galaxy Racer haven't even found an answer to one of them, and they already switched to the next strategy. Like on a bit more playbook teams, they kind of stick to a playbook until it's solved. Now you can't even solve anything because you don't know what to expect from Alter Ego right now. It's just kills left and right. Ayumi and Tarathiel take one each, and mid has been demolished. They have Spike on mid as well, and Ares gonna trade. Margot's gonna take one as well. It's gonna be a 1-for-1, but it's now down to a 3v1. And Yea is alone here with a lockdown, but there's really not much he could do.
I'm pretty sure they know where she is as well. And there is a wall up towards mailroom. Yaya goes up there, and she doesn't have that much of an option. Walks in. We already have Iceberg watching the angle. My God, look at where Terrestrial is.
Looks like I
Not
was
even
smart
necessary. This is a tough game for GXR, especially on this map as well. But okay, what can GXR actually do to adapt to this? You talked about how Alter Ego, they really are keeping GXR guessing. It's the whole thing about, okay, playbook teams, and they just keep coming up with these different strats, and I don't know. I mean, maybe a Sage Wall up around mid, which is something that most teams would do, and then you have two other players watching ramps and garage. Could that work?
I mean, they're just overwhelming everything right now. Even a wall down mid will just get broken apart really quickly. And look, B is free. They just went inside B. There's no challenge here.
Placing swap grenade.
They even used from the shadows for Omen to come into B. And now it's going to be a 5v5 retake. With a flank, by the way. So Ayumi with a really big flank here takes down Trix. What do you do?
I'm at a loss. My God,
That's a
Inari
shorty!
with exactly, dude. Oh man, it's all up to Yaya as well as the other player. And Ivory is just at the top of her ivory tower. Iceberg pulls her down to meet her on the ground.
She has a shorty because she either plays extremely long range or extremely close range. Like that keeps you guessing with the operator, and that's Inari really just showcasing how good she is. Like
it's yeah.
And I was gonna mention this. The reason why I feel that Galaxy Eraser doesn't have an answer for Alter Ego Celeste is because Alter Ego Celeste, they have the exact same agent composition. They know how this works. Am I making sense here? Like, if you have different agent compositions, you're kind of like guessing. But they have the exact same agent compositions, and they're slightly better players. And if they're better players with the exact same agent compositions, they're just gonna... You know what they're gonna do. They know what GXR are gonna do every single round, and they're just playing with extreme aggression here. The Raze plus the Jet on split. Aya actually gets a kill, but this is still gonna be really difficult for GXR. And Neri is gonna be there. Baby Alucard's alone. He's got his sheriff.
This is absolute destruction, dude. They are so hungry for the win. It's 9-0. GXR yet to find even one moment of respite in this entire game. Every single round, it's been go, 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 go. Alter Ego Celeste. And they just can't find anything.
I still want to bring up that there's a defender-sided map, by the way. And it's 9-0. It's a defender-sided map. And I think we started maybe 13 minutes ago, and we're already in round number 10. That's how fast Alter Ego Celeste are playing. It's just slightly above a minute per round. That's considering the buy time, that's considering the start, that's considering agent selection.
This is so scary. Oh my god, and look at that. Just even the utility to push every off, they clear heaven. This B side is gone. It's gone.
That's an offensive op from Maneri, by the way. She's just peeking every single angle.
Op entry? Bro. That's not something you see every day. But Aya will shut Ayumi down though. Now they, with Garage Control, trying to pull off some kind of an adaptation towards Alter Ego Celeste's aggression. 3v3, the spike is down. GXR pushes in, but they fall. And Neri locks it down and immediately with the flick. Yeah, even. Oh, gets spotted out. Quick adaptation, and she actually takes a Neri down with a headshot. Let's go!
If Yaya doesn't get that headshot, she dies from the shorty there. That was an immediate chunk of her health down from that shorty. And finally, Galaxy Racer steal a round. Okay, I say steal, but they should be winning these rounds. That's the thing. Like, are you getting JW vibes from Maneri here? Because
a little bit, right?
That was like a jump peak operator onto rafters, and she gets baby Aluka, who was in position. It was a jump peak crouch. It was very JW-esque. Like you enter with that shot, with that operator treating it like a shotgun. That's exactly how JW plays it, right? Like the operator is a long-range shotgun.
And it's a different game too. The operator in Valorant is not. It's not something that you always want to entry with because you really get slowed really down by so much. And yeah, jumping inaccuracy as well with the nerf from the first episode even. Right now, they're definitely changing things up, and GXR is starting to show some signs of life. They're going into it. Aluka, though, just immediately getting cut down off the rotate. Ayumi, look at how fast she is. Gets one, immediately repositions, up drafts onto rafters, and if you're a GXR, you have so many question marks in your head. You go in, unless you have support from teammates, which is what they are doing right now from Yaya, it's going to be difficult, but so far so good. Iceberg is all that's left. They double peek it together as a team. They take them down. It's a second win, and GXR might just stand a chance.
They're finally getting their groove, and I'm happy that their spirits weren't extremely broken, but sometimes that happens, right? Like you're in a really huge hole. You have nothing to lose, and GXR are, I feel like now that they feel like they have nothing to lose, they're playing less scared. I felt like they've been playing so scared the past, I don't know, the first 9 rounds, and that's because of Alter Ego just dominating. And now that they have nothing to lose, they're playing with a bit more aggression, and I feel like Alter Ego Celeste are finally getting punished.
Let's start this party.
Well, hopefully we can start this party and keep this punishment up, because that's what GXR needs, at least to turn this into a 9-3 scoreline at the end of the first half. Ivory, though, she hears the boombot. She knows there's a very high chance it's going to be a hit onto the A site. Oh, and Harry, you called it. Bye-bye, but Trick says hello. She finds one, but Aluka with the knives. They're going ham. This site is theirs. You can't quite easily entry onto it. They're fighting fire with fire, but they need the teamwork to win the duels. Elka peeks it, falls to Tarathiel's right click, but in all of that, the lockdown. And of course, the knives.
They're having a little bit of fun here, getting the knife down. They even nodded up and down before executing Yaya. But that's just some fun between the two teams.
That's right.
Galaxy Racer, they know what Alter Ego Celeste. They're in the same group even. This is a Group A Grand Finals here.
Yeah, dude. There's this little nice bit of mutual respect between the two teams, and that's what we love to see. But I mean, GXR, it's nice little bit of adaptation, right? They start seeing that, okay, if AE Celeste wants to play this fast, we just have to speed ourselves up a little bit more as well. I mean, if it's going to be a full-on commit, just call the rotates as soon as you get that little bit of information. Let's go in. Play fight fire with fire. If they're going to rush in the sides, deny the spike plants. Keep them on their toes. It's so...
No, you have to be stepping at the correct place there. The reason why it broke is because Sage is... Yeah, it hits the top. She hits the top. Her head hits the top, and the ice kind of breaks because it doesn't let you go into that position. So Tarathiel does get a kill, though. It's a great for her.
That was nice. The dash away, and then Ivory comes in to take the headshot?
Yeah.
Just look at how fast she's going to pre-fire every single corner because they want to do the same thing that AE Celeste did towards them. But going into the smoke though, it's a Yumi. She has the frenzy and the headshot ring true. 3v2 now. And they have control of its side. GXR just need to play it a little bit safer.
Just a little bit safer. If they can get these headshots, they might be able to take the round. That's going to be a difficult retake for them. As Iceberg actually takes one kill, but Aya gets a headshot. Ayumi only has 4 HP.
Perfect.
Maybe it's not the defender-sided map. I
think it's pace. Like, yeah, it is kind of a defense side. Only if you play it that tactically. But if you're going full aggression,
hold up.
And
Hold up.
All right,
Guns.
All right. Guns.
Yeah, it's gonna be... I think they're not gonna read this properly though. All agents on Alter Ego Celeste are actually on the A site, and Galaxy Racer are on B.
I don't know.
Okay, I understand why this might happen. A is a bigger site, so you want to defend that. If they go into A, you want those shotguns there. B, you can retake with shotguns because of all the weak corners. So the judges are still effective in this retake. It wouldn't have been if they tried to retake A. And there's a judge, there's a first kill, there's a second kill, and there he takes 2, makes it an even game.
You are absolutely right, my friend. The judge! But that's the thing. Oh no, the Teshin!
One enemy remaining.
All that's left is Yaya. She's up on heaven. This is where she would shine though. The shotguns should not be able to reach her at that range, but the turret is distracting. She's gonna run out of ammo. She gets hit with the sheriff. And that's
here's
the
the
end of that
judge. They knew what they were doing. This B retake was planned from the start. If they go into A, they face 4 shotguns. Like, you still turn the corner into A, but the retake on A is difficult because once you have control over the site, you can't get close enough. On B, the retake is a lot of close corners. There's very few angles where there's long ranges, and you don't have to go through those. You just have to go through defender spawn. You can drop down off of heaven with some smokes to make it a close quarter fight. And those judges, the aggression as well, by the way, they wait for the plan to go down so that they can go on the attacker side. So Alter Ego Celeste are like, yeah, we wanna attack, we wanna retake. Those judges are just extremely disgusting.
Oh my god, and look at this boost up by Tarathiel as well. If GXR did not hear the wall, they peek into this, they're as good as dead. Tricks though, able to find a Neri. This could call for the... Well, I wanted to say it, but Ropes is immediately shut down by a Yumi. Where can they go?
You're gonna have to go through heaven, and they're not gonna be ready for this. Oh no, she gets a re-aim.
Well, they pushed out a garage. They managed to get the spike down. It's going to be a 2v3 retake. Depends on the weapons of AE Celeste, but Tarathiel, ooh, she drops down and she fires a little bit, so they might not have heard that footstep. And it seems like they're not aware for sure. The slower comes in, but Ivory with the paranoia pushes all the way back, and they find the shot onto Iceberg. All that's left is Tarathiel, 12 points of health. This should not be possible, and yeah, there we have it, 5-10. GXR.
Crazy back and forth right now, but Alter Ego Celeste really built up a gigantic lead for themselves. They're still 5 rounds ahead, and they should be doing like a half, or like an eco right now, and they will have enough for the next round. And Neri is still really confident. And Neri, if they lose this, she'll have 3.8k, but I think she's confident in getting at least 1 kill. So if she does get 1 kill, She'll at least have enough
Oh
for the next
man.
round.
The shotguns
There's still
come
some
back.
shotguns.
The shotguns make a return. Do you believe? Do you believe in GXR, Marquis?
I think Alter Ego Celeste just built up too much of a bag.
Oh!
Look at that. The quick headshot from Tarathiel.
Placing
Baby
swarm
Alucard
grenade.
gets taken
Swarm
down.
grenade out.
Oh,
Like,
no.
it's just so difficult. They're so confident. They just lost 2 of the last 3 rounds, but they're not letting up here. Look at their aggression here. And they're already pushing up.
This is incredible. Oh my god, okay. Thankfully. I say thankfully. No disrespect to AE, but she misses her shot and allows for the A site to be opened up. The spike should be delivered right now. There's 1 minute left, and AE Celeste already has a good read on this. They're rotating over, slowly but surely. And GXR are so paranoid. I mean, look at how they're watching every possible angle.
Ivory ate a face full of Bucky right there, so they have guns right now.
They have guns. The wall wasn't quite the one that she wanted, I think. One panel did not spawn, but Nano Swarm in. Ooh, that's a Unigon. Slow orbs as well to stifle the push from screens. They have to worry about Heaven though.
One enemy remaining.
Oh,
Alright.
alright. Tricks.
Trix plus Aya. They secure it. Okay. I mean, yeah, sheriffs, but the rifles will still. This is how it should be. Not the rifles versus judge thing that we're.
This is our
kind of
first rifle round
seeing.
this half. Like, pure full rifle round for both sides because it's really been back and forth. And this is the first time that we're gonna actually see 2 full buys on each round. Baby Aluka can't get going here. She's gonna buy the operator,
them
which
dance.
I think can spell doom for them if she loses this.
Let's
But here's-
see.
that's a big risk.
It is, because if knowing how A Celeste plays, they play up close and
Look
you
at
miss
Ayumi.
your shot, the operator is wasted. But oh, they have no idea that Ayumi is here. That's 1. Now they know, but she can dash away. The Cloud Burst is up as well. Maybe even a fake dash. The wall goes up. Trix wants blood. Can't quite find it yet though. A Celeste are in control of this one site. The jump shot. Oh, Trix is gone. And now they're going in. Showstopper. Plus a Yumi with the
enemy
dashes. Oh god, all that's left is Yeya. And they take the win.
Yo, we're talking about a full rifle round, and Ayumi just changes to a judge at the last second, and she gets a triple kill there. It was Ayumi who won that round for AE Celeste. And by the way, after getting those 2 kills, Ayumi and Inari were just like, okay, let's push forward. And that is really overwhelming. Ayumi with the judge, Inari with the showstopper, got one, got a second one, and with Ayumi there to trade the last frag, that was just a clean round from AE Celeste.
Oh no. Plus, Inari picks up the operator. GXR fans, where are you guys? GXR was the top third most voted to win in this game, but right now Inari's just showing exactly how dominating she can be. Iceberg as well. The blast pack in with the shorty. All that's left is Trix, and they seem to know where she is as well. Doesn't get the spray. It's match point, and Alter Ego Celeste are bulldozing every single round.
You know, I actually thought GXR were onto something, and then Alter Ego Celeste just, I think they went to the next speed. Like, they were up to 10, GXR matched it, but they're turning up to 11 right now. And Alter Ego Celeste are turning up to 12 because it's round number 12, and they already have 12 points, and they just need 1 more round. And they have a good read of this right now. They have 3 defenders on B,
man.
1 on B Heaven. GXR are in for a surprise.
Get out of my way.
Well, it's going to be held back for a second with the Nano Swarm. They're trying to be cautious about this, but no way they know that it's yet again going to be a judge. Ivory takes Ayumi down though. The lockdown in place could turn things around, but Ivory losing to Margot. No more smokes. This is difficult. They need to make a move.
Even with the lockdown, it's still difficult to get to the site. There is the smoke there as well. And Iceberg is going to take out Baby Alucard. That's a res though. In there?
Let's do. Okay. 3v3.
Not
Margot.
anymore.
Player standing.
Oh no!
No. What?
Defenders win.
Like,
Not
it
like
wasn't.
this. Not like this. It's too fast.
Just absolute demolition, though. Like, this was even faster than the previous game. Like, don't get me wrong, the score, I believe.
How? Wait. What?
Look, the last map was 13-3, right? 13-3, but it was because Galaxy Racer was on the attacking side. And they played slow. Alter Ego Celeste started defense. Now, when the script flipped, Alter Ego Celeste on attack, every round was so fast. This was a 13-6, but we only took 30 minutes to go through 19 rounds here. And that is absolutely insane. Just dominance by Inari and Ayumi, both duelists here. Tricks also really showing up here, but it's just so difficult to get anything done against Alter Ego Celeste. And that's 3 opens in a row where they have won champions. It was against Mad Army previous 2 times, Galaxy Racer now. The new number 2, by the way, Galaxy Racer. So congratulations to them. No small feat either. But the bigger feat here is Alter Ego Celeste protecting their crown for 3 opens in a row.
In a row. Undefeated. And just, I mean, the stats say it all. 7 first bloods on Ayumi, 3 on Inari. And I mean, just even watching her play as well. Like, whether it's a judge, a rifle, an operator, her aim, it's so snappy. She knows every single angle to pre-aim, and she has the perfect tracking as well. And Tarathiel, 3 first bloods as well. As a Sage, there's the reason why they are the undefeated champions of FSL Valorant. And this is exactly, it demonstrates it perfectly.
I feel like the level of play just increased across the board, but even Alter Ego Celeste have improved from before. Like, I don't remember them being this fast. Like, they were fast, they were sharp. But this is just all out aggression. Like, they had a plan. And they just demolished GXR at every single corner. GXR tried to, like, slow it down. Like, you try to change your tempo. You try to make it slower. But they got punished for it. And I don't know if in Open 4, maybe eventually we'll find an answer to AE Celeste. But right now, it's a no. Like, it's just straight up domination. First place, 3 opens in a row. Galaxy Racer are your new number 2, by the way. So I'm very happy that they take the spot from Mad Army. They were number 3. So, I mean, that hasn't changed. The power balance kind of hasn't changed. Like, Mad Army just kind of like moved to Oasis Gaming. They are 3rd place as well. So between Oasis and Galaxy Racer, they kind of swapped places for between Open 2 and Open 3. But AE Celeste are on top of a mountain right now, and everyone just really has to climb. See who can challenge them at the top.
I really hope that someone will, because this is... You had to say it earlier on. They turned the dial up to 11, and it's just... No one can match that speed, at least for now. GXR, they certainly are trying. They did match their speed for, several rounds and towards the middle of the game, but I think, we also have to consider that GXR playing all the way through the lower brackets. That is exhausting. They've been playing for basically the entire day. And, I mean, perhaps there's a little bit of overheating on some of the players. So they tried. They certainly tried. And they actually managed to match that speed for a while. It's just
they couldn't keep it up. So Alter Ego Celeste, look, they kind of slowed it down a little bit there, then turn it up again. You know what I mean? Like, GXR, you think you can win, but they
rev it up.
The judge at mid, what is that? Like, that is just seriously, like, the judge. I know, like, some people say this, a lot of people said it needs to be nerfed, but why? It needs to be nerfed. We see it in this game. This is why. Inari and Ayumi, they combined the mobility with the judge in close corners. That is what they did. That is their game plan. And they had the same agent selections, but at the same time, they don't have the same playstyle, not the same guns. And it's just, for AE Celeste, it was attack and overwhelm. For a Galaxy Racer, there's this out aim and kind of like just clear the corners. Get win those like aim duels, but what if you don't get an aim duel? And the Celeste made sure that you don't get an aim duel. There is no aim duel
There
here.
is
It's
no duel.
surprise.
It's
Here's the
surprise.
judge. There is no aim duel. Like you
Here's
can't even aim at
judgy.
someone. Yeah, no, they made it a different game. So in a tactical shooter, it's with no movement abilities. It's the same game. Like you know how everyone moves, but with a raise that's bouncing around the map, with a jet that's dashing across your face. It's a different game.
You're playing Quake or something. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like they're combining the movement for Raze is sort of like Quake.
You're
Like,
rocket jumping into its main
Exactly.
room.
You're kind of rocket jumping with that judge, and it's just so effective for them. And Celeste have shown so much dominance. Again, they will be securing the points. That's gonna be 30 points for them. Like seriously. The only way to beat Celeste is if they don't participate in the next 3, which is not possible, by the way. Because honestly, even if they get last place for the next 3 opens, they're going to get 33 points. The highest anyone else can get is 10-10-10. So if you have 0, by the way. So, I mean, if Galaxy Racer take 10 each for the next 3 opens, they can take first. But they've more or less secured themselves that spot. I mean, at worst, they're not going to go to last place, right? Maybe they get second next open, maybe get third, but they've more or less secured their spot for Valor Open Elite. And I want to meet these people. I want to see them in person. I want to see them like play on a LAN setting as well. Like I just want to see how this aggression translates to that, and it's just so amazing. Again, thank you to our sponsors, Intel and Yahoo. I mean, this wouldn't happen without them. We won't be seeing Celeste domination without them supporting the FSL Valorant Open. And this is just Open 3. We still have another 3 months. Open 4, 5, and 6 are still going to happen within the next 1 month apart each. And this is going to be an exciting next few months. Let's see if some teams change it up. Maybe we'll see some teams start to combine and actually make another powerhouse to challenge Celeste. Who knows? But right now, this is very exciting. Celeste are the undefeated, and let's see how teams are going to gear up for the next opens.
I think we're already seeing a little bit of that. I mean, you know, Mad Army, which kind of now a little bit of Oasis Gaming, they swapped places with GXR, right? Every single team really starting to step up here and there. Impaler even trying new things with the Viper on Icebox, and everyone, they are all improving bit by bit. And at the very end of the day, I mean, yes, Celeste, they're basically goddesses at this point, but it really is about FSL, the female esports league. It's proving and showing that each and every single one of these girls are incredibly strong players in their own right, whether it's agent compositions, the strats. I mean, they come up with these plays on their own. You know, we don't see these anywhere else. There is no other team that plays as aggressively, not even Sentinels, by the way, like Celeste. No one else does this.
Yeah, it's just so difficult, and we'll have to see whether they can still retain this dominance, but I really hope that someone can challenge Celeste eventually. Like, we want to see these teams like get better, but the level of competition, it was fun to watch, though. Don't get me wrong. Like, some people say one-sidedness is not fun. I think
is fun.
This display of absolute dominance is amazing because, like, okay, close games are fun. Runaways are fun as well, but can be fun as well, rather. And we see it here. Those shotguns, the way they play is completely different. And it was just amazing. And congratulations to Celeste again. Galaxy Racer, don't count yourselves out. Second place is no small feat either. So congratulations to both teams, to all the teams that have participated in the Open. And hopefully we'll be seeing more agent compositions next time. I think for Galaxy Racer, they're going to need to retool or be faster if they're going to fight Celeste. Maybe a different agent composition, maybe something to counter Celeste, but at least they went to that best of 3 against Celeste. They've been wanting to take them down. This time was not the time. Maybe next time.
Maybe. But at the very least, you know, yeah, second place, it's not too bad. Don't count yourselves out, but watch this VOD, right? Replay it again and again. Watch the minimap. Think about how Celeste approaches the sites on split, and then formulate a strategy. This is how you beat them. There's gotta be some weakness somewhere that you can exploit. It's a judge, for goodness sake. Maybe, hopefully, Riot will nerf it in the next update. Who knows? Episode 3 should be coming up pretty soon. So
They need to
yeah.
take some notes from Oasis, who took 13 rounds from Alter Ego Celeste.
There's a chance.
Maybe that difference in agent composition by Oasis actually makes them closer to, or give them a higher chance of beating Alter Ego Celeste. Or maybe they could ask Glitch Pop Cult what they did to take those 6 rounds from Alter Ego Celeste on Bind. So those were all impressive as well. So we've seen new teams, we've seen old teams, the same faces, new players, some changes in rosters. It's all been great fun here at FSL Valorant Open 3. And I'm really excited to see everyone for FSL Valorant Open 4.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's amazing teams. Thank you to everyone who participated. But of course, I mean, I guess that brings us to the end of FSL Valorant 3. Couldn't have done it without the sponsors, of course. Intel plus Yahoo, huge shout outs to them. But truly, I mean, the FSL staff as well, our producers, Lusterless, who has been kind of the admin and also providing us with notes on the teams themselves. And yeah, Jonathan, our producer, the observer, who actually, catching all these flashy plays from A Celeste. It's awesome. And we cannot do this. Absolutely. There will not be an FSL Valorant without the viewers. I mean, it's because of them that we get to cast these games also. So please, subscribe to the YouTube channel, perhaps like the Facebook page, which is what you're watching this on. And really, if you want more of it, stay tuned. There will be more updates. There will be a highlights video. There will be probably an interview that FSL will do at some point in the near future before the next FSL Valorant Open 4 in the next month. Any thoughts, any closing words, Key?
I think that's it. It's just my last word will be wow. Let's just, or maybe a sheesh or a shesh. Like,
Shesh.
wow.
Shesh.
Alter Ego Celeste.
Shesh.
Celeste.
You're making fun of people with lisps? What the heck?
No,
Okay.
more sheeshes here.
Sheesh. That's right. Galaxy Racer. That's,
Yeah. Galaxy.
I want to see more of them, honestly. Trix has been incredible with the headshots. I mean, maybe A Celeste a little bit too fast, but you're gonna have to switch things up. The long range duels don't really work against them.
Yeah, so just to close things out, again, casting on the left is Hey I'm Quack. So Kentrell, you can follow him on socials at Hey I'm Quack, and I am Kiki. I am KeyCasts on Twitter because someone took my handle, and I am Kiki on Twitch as well. So I stream here and there. Someone took my handle, but we're gonna be here to cast the rest of Valorant Open with you guys. So if you like our casting, do follow us on our socials. We will keep you updated when our cast will be. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the cast and the games today. Have a great rest of the Sunday ahead, and hopefully have a great week, the upcoming week. I know tomorrow's going to be Monday, but, we have the memories of these games. They've been great, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the weekend.
Yeah, that's right. We'll see you guys next time.